Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Friday, which means it's time for another weekend wrap up. Welcome back. I'm back after a hiatus. Appreciate you still sticking with me. I'm the Duke. I'm your host of this weekend wrap up. Gonna make today's video hopefully a little short, but not skimp on the content. So, first of all, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Can't do what I do without you. So I poured some dice for the first time in 3 months, I think. Yeah, I think that sounds right. And it was an experiment. I wasn't sure if it was going to work out. It actually did. It worked out phenomenally well. What I did, I'll show you the before. So this is it's just a D6. So I don't know if you can see the color, because the color is important. It's kind of purpley, yeah. So this is room temperature, and this is after being in a hot little hand. Look at that. Color changing dice, y'all. So excited. I'm so glad that worked, because I got this pigment from Culture Hustle. Throw the link down there in case you're interested. He's a pretty cool artist that kind of makes his own stuff, makes his own pigments and art supplies and things like that for artists that don't suck. And one of the pigments he created is this color changing purple to pink that changes at body temperature, basically slightly below body temperature. So, when it's just sitting out on either a painting or, in this case, in resin, it's purple. But then if you heat it up in your hand with, well, that did not come out great with that little void right there in the butt. But normally it's purple. But then if you just use some body heat, it's pink. How cool is that? I'm so excited. So yeah, it was really an experiment because I wasn't sure, because it's meant to be painted with, right? It's a pigment. But at the same time, I was like, well, I use pigment to color my resins literally all the time. Why wouldn't this work? Or, well, I knew I could color it to the base color. I didn't know if it would transform. Turns out it transforms. So that's super exciting. I'm excited about that. Which means, I mean, this proof of concept means that I can make color changing dice, which is super cool, because I don't know that anyone else does that. And even if they do, they don't make my dice. So yes, I did that. That was exciting. I'm back. I have, for those of you that follow this, what's been going on. For those of you that don't, I'll catch you up. Basically, being an artist doesn't pay the bills. Shock, surprise. So I had to get a day job again. Originally, I was super bummed about that. I'm still a little bummed about that, mainly because our society doesn't support its citizens very well, and it's designed to make them work cradle to grave and barely get by, which is BS. Anyway, whole other discussion aside. I had to get a day job again to pay the bills. And so the past several months, really since December, because I think the last one of these videos I did was in December, I've been working and trying to find that balance between I'm spending, 8 hours a day doing something that doesn't fulfill me, mostly. And then, I've got time to spend with family, that I want to spend with family. I actually like spending time with my family. And then there's creative endeavors. And do I have the energy, B, the actual creativity, and C, the time to do that? And for a while, I didn't have any of those. Then I started to get the energy, but I didn't have the time or the creative juices. Then I got the creative juices, and I'm like, well, I have to figure out time. Like, there's gotta be something I can do. So that third piece kind of finally clicked into place, and I still gotta play around with it a little bit. But you know, hey, I poured some dice. So, what else has been going on? I think that's it, really. I've got, if you're here, thank you. I've got the Patreon. You might be watching this on Patreon. You might be watching this on my Coffee page. You might be watching this on YouTube. This is a free video. This is going to be available to everybody, whether you support me or not. So, you know, if you like this sort of thing, basically I try to do one of these videos once a week on Friday, hence the name, Weekend Wrap-Up. And usually once a month I'll make one of them free for everybody that's available to everybody, so you don't have to subscribe to kind of get an inside look into the Duke's workshop. So I do this. You can subscribe to the Patreon. You can support me on Coffee. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would be great. Follow me on Twitter for what it's worth. I have an Instagram. I'm also on Spoutable now. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's basically a competitor to Twitter because Twitter sucks. Some people call it the whale app, which, if you're old like me and remember the first days of Twitter, is particularly amusing. Basically, when Twitter first started and would get overloaded, it would display a whale image being kind of held up with ropes by little birds. People called it the fail whale. Oh, Twitter's down again. The fail whale's up. So the fact that there's a competing app whose mascot is a whale is super inside baseball. So I'm on Spoutable now. Ursa Astra pretty much everywhere. What else? I think that's it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but follow me, you know, holler at me, send me a message on Patreon, on Coffee, whatever, if you like what I do, and feel free to throw some funds my way if you really like what I do. Thank you. That's it for me. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you again. Have a great weekend. Have a fantastic week. No question today because I can't think of anything. Surprise. Until next time, be good to each other. Peace.